Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has met United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Rome as tensions grow between Italy and Washington over the US-Israel war on Iran. Rubio arrived in Italy on Friday for a two-day visit to ease tensions after Italy refused to back the US-Israeli war and amid backlash over US President Donald Trump's attacks on Pope Leo.
And after years of hints and preparation, the Uber-backed electric bike and scooter rental startup Lime has filed for an initial public offering. The company, which is incorporated as Neutron Holdings Inc. and has eyed the public markets for at least 5 years. CEO Wayne Ting last told TechCrunch in 2023 about the prospect of an IPO, noting at the time that Lime had the economics, the growth and the profitability to take the startup public. All that was required was proper market conditions.
Today is the last day. At 11:59 p.m. PT, the 50% off second pass offer for TechCrunch Disrupt 2026 ends. After that, prices go up and the option to bring a partner, co-founder or colleague with you at half the cost disappears. Registered now to lock in your savings. Save up to $410 on your pass and get 50% on a second pass.
And the Punjab government has released $2 billion for the construction of a 286-bed general hospital in Laya, according to district administration officials. Officials said funds have also been allocated in the current fiscal year for the establishment of a medical college adjacent to the proposed hospital. And Deputy Commissioner Islamabad has announced the establishment of 6 official cattle markets across the federal capital ahead of Eid al-Adha, with operations scheduled to begin from May 10. According to the district administration, the cattle markets will be set up at Zia Masjid, I-12, Barakahu, Letra Road, Sultana Foundation, Sangjani and Japan Road.
OnePlus has launched the Nord CE6 with a Snapdragon 7's Gen 4 processor, a high refresh rate AMOLED display, and a large 8,000 mAh battery. The OnePlus Nord CE6 features a 6.78-inch AMOLED display with 1.5K resolution and a 144 Hz refresh rate. The panel supports up to wetting 800 nits of brightness in high brightness mode. The Interior Ministry on Friday denied reports about the targeted deportation of Pakistanis from the United Arab Emirates, asserting that no country or sex-specific expulsions from any country, including the UAE, were being carried out. The ministry's statement contradicts claims on social media that Pakistanis were being deported from the UAE without any reason.
And some people just don't do reciprocity. With one hand they take, and with the other they also take. The premise of the drama, Pehel, is that in a marriage you want more than a master-slave relationship. And while one can occasionally need social and material support from those around them, the gendered aspect of this equation is rather unsavory, especially when the one being served is a man and the women are the obligatory givers. And women chronically break their backs to provide for the men around them, and Pehel takes us through the tipping point of this cultural crisis.
Banu, a high-profile terrorist who was killed in a recent operation by security forces in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa's Banu district, was a member of the Afghan Taliban regime's special forces, security sources said on Friday. Security sources said the terrorist, Fatihullah alias Mudassir, was an active member of Yarmouk 60 Special Forces Battalion. The unit operates under the Taliban regime's Ministry of Interior Affairs. Health authorities across the globe are racing to trace dozens of people who disembarked from a cruise ship before an outbreak of hantavirus was detected, and anyone who has come into close contact with them since. 5 cases have now been confirmed, including 3 deaths following an outbreak on the Dutch vessel MV Hondius, the World Health Organization has said. 3 people hiking on Indonesia's Mount Dukono have died after the volcano erupted on Friday morning. Videos and pictures of the eruption show the volcano, located on North Maluku Island, spewing a column of ash stretching 10 kilometers, 6 miles, into the sky.
A Copa Libertadores match between hosts Independiente Medellin of Colombia and defending champions Flamengo of Brazil was abandoned after home fans set off flares and lit fires in the stands. In just the latest instance of serious crowd trouble in South American football, the referee ordered the players off the field at Atanasio Girardot Stadium in Medellin shortly after kickoff on Thursday.
Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, claims to have captured an oil tanker, Ocean Koi, in a special operation in the Gulf of Oman, saying the vessel was attempting to disrupt oil exports and the interests of the Iranian nation, according to state media. In a statement carried by the Fars news agency, a spokesperson from the army said the Iranian Navy's Rangers and Marines directed the offending tanker to the southern coast of the country. A large part of Airbnb's Q1 2026 earnings call was dedicated to talking about how the company is using AI tools for coding, customer support, and search. Notably, the company claimed that 60% of the code its engineers produced in the quarter was written by AI, echoing comments by other Google, Microsoft, and Spotify, which have all talked about AI accelerating their programming. Airbnb CEO Brian Chesky noted that the company finds AI particularly helpful for building tools for its API partners who manage their properties using different software. Pity the PJM interconnection. For decades, the grid operator worked quietly and in the background, matching electricity demand with supply. Meanwhile, customers enjoyed some of the lowest electricity prices in the United States. No longer. Politicians, businesses, households, power companies think it needs an overhaul. Even PJM is in agreement.
Research suggests that lower body strength training may offer benefits that extend beyond muscle growth and physical fitness. It helps long-term brain health and could end rheumatoid arthritis as well. Exercises such as squats, lunges and resistance-based leg workouts improve overall circulation, helping increase blood flow throughout the body, including areas of the brain responsible for memory, attention and decision-making.
Pakistan International Airlines PA will resume flight operations to the Sultanate of Oman starting next week, according to the Pakistani embassy in Muscat. In a post shared on X on Friday, the embassy informed the Pakistani community in Oman that the airline would restart its operations from May 13.
And the School Education Department has decided to tighten enforcement measures to ensure the registration of private schools across the province, issuing directives for legal action and fines against unregistered institutions. A special letter has been sent to all deputy commissioners and chief executive officers, CEOs Education, directing them to provide complete details of registered and unregistered schools in their respective districts. And alongside the Nord CE6, OnePlus has also more affordable Nord CE6 Lite. The smartphone arrives with a MediaTek Dimensity to 7400 Apex chipset and a large 7000 mAh battery. The OnePlus Nord CE6 Lite features a 6.72-inch LCD with FHD Plus resolution and a 144 Hz refresh rate. The panel is rated to deliver up to 1000 nits brightness in high brightness mode and supports a 240 Hz touch sampling rate.
The Higher Education Commission, HEC of Pakistan, has approved the introduction of dual and joint degree programs across universities in the country. According to HEC officials, students will now be allowed to enroll in 2 different degree programs at the same time. Officials said students applying for dual degree programs will not be required to study within the same department or academic discipline.
and Peshawar. The Jamiat Ulema-I Islam Fazl JUEF on Friday held a second round of protest rallies across Khyber Pakhtunkhwa against the killing of prominent cleric Maulana Muhammad Idris. According to a statement released by the party's media cell on Tuesday, JUEF chief Maulana Fazlur Rahman announced that the party would hold 2 rounds of protest rallies on Wednesday and Friday against the martyrdom of the cleric. The party had also staged demonstrations on Wednesday. And Pehel has been receiving widespread praise for its depiction of broken household and the effects of abusive marriages on children. And for some, like actor Atika Odho, it hit very close to home. The seasoned drama reviewer was on the show Kia Drama High when host Mukarram Kaleem called for a discussion on the show's last episode and asked what the panelists, Odho, Marina Khan and Nadia Khan, thought of the drama.
Colombian singer Shakira unveiled the official song for the 2026 World Cup, Die Die, on Thursday. The 49-year-old posted a video on Instagram on Thursday from Brazil's Maracana Stadium to tease the track, which features Nigerian singer Burna Boy. The song will be released on May 14.
And leading South African opposition figure Julius Malema has called on President Cyril Ramaphosa to resign after the Constitutional Court ruled that Parliament had violated the Constitution by blocking moves to impeach him in 2022. The judgment, which came after a legal challenge by opposition parties, including Malema's economic freedom fighters, EF, could result in fresh impeachment proceedings.
President Donald Trump is the latest person to take a shot at the sky-high World Cup ticket prices, saying he would not pay $1,000 to watch the United States play against Paraguay on June 12 in Los Angeles. Trump said he was unaware of the prices football fans are being asked to pay to watch a group play match at the World Cup. United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement will not be seen at World Cup matches this summer, according to the co-chair of the Miami Host Committee. Rodney Barreto said on Thursday that he received reassurances from Secretary of State Marco Rubio that IC would steer clear of the World Football Showcase.
And Iran has said it is reviewing a United States peace proposal that seeks to end the war, even as the two sides exchanged fire in the Strait of Hormuz on Thursday. In a post on his Truth Social platform late on Thursday, US President Donald Trump called Iran's leadership lunatics and warned Tehran would face more severe military action if it did not quickly agree to a deal.
A new study from UC Davis Health found that people with anxiety disorders appear to have lower levels of choline, an essential nutrient linked to brain function. The study, published in Molecular Psychiatry, reviewed 25 datasets from 24 earlier studies involving 370 people with anxiety disorders and 342 people without anxiety.
The Punjab government has approved the reconstruction of 4 Tehsil headquarters THQ hospitals in District Sargodha and released funds worth $1.25 billion following the continuous efforts and effective coordination of Deputy Commissioner Hussain Ahmed Raza Chaudhry. The Department of Health and Population Welfare Punjab has also issued a formal notification in this regard, said a handout issued here on Thursday.
And alleged drug-related incidents were reported in 58 universities and higher education institutions across Pakistan during 2025, with the total number of cases reaching 365, including 10 involving support staff. And the Express Tribune reported, citing official documents, Islamabad-based institutions recorded the largest number of cases at 153. Punjab followed with 130 cases, and while Sindh reported 75 and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa KP recorded 7 cases.